One of the things that we try to do when it comes to investing in the industry is educate investors both about the opportunities and the risks. I've been involved in the business now about 2 years. I came from an investment background. And initially, when we got into this industry and started looking at how to invest, we realized that the information that was available was pretty sparse. So we got into the information business. Having been in the publishing business before, we decided to start Marijuana Investor News. Shortly thereafter, we conceived the Marijuana Investor Summit. But the question I get most often is, how do I invest in marijuana? What should I do to invest in marijuana? As a educational organization, one of the most important things that I try to impress upon people who are entering into the industry is that the best way to make money is not lose money. I'm very risk management oriented, and I felt that giving the stage to the opposition in a formalized debate structure during the Marijuana Investor Summit would help impress upon people who are looking to enter the industry that this isn't a slam dunk, that we're still fighting the opposition. People still think marijuana shouldn't be legalized. People still think that $50 billion of economic benefit running through criminal enterprises is better than running it through non-criminal enterprises, regulating it, taxing it, and using that money to educate people about responsible use. As an investor in this industry, you need to be aware of the opposition. And so my idea was to put two people on the stage that were both pro and con. I approached procon.org because if you've ever had an opportunity to look at a hot topic, you know that impartiality is very difficult. There's a TED Talk that I saw about 4 or 5 years ago by a guy named Jonathan Haidt. And it's essentially about the difference between conservatives and liberals, but it's not about politics, it's about morality. And essentially what it comes down to is you can't legislate morality. The ability to legislate morality points to an apathy in our society. As parents, as educators, as individuals, it's our job to teach our children, to teach the people that we're close with what the difference is between right and wrong. Asking the government to step in and do that for us is a cop-out, in my opinion. But there are plenty of people that think that maybe we're not smart enough to think for ourselves, and legislation is the only way to go. Procon takes a look at a very wide variety of hot topics, one of which happens to be marijuana. So I approached these guys and said, if I put two people up on the stage and I stand there and I moderate, it's going to be decidedly uneven. So I asked Kami and Jay and Jeannie if they would set something up and help us find somebody that's willing to step into a very pro-marijuana conference and be the voice of the opposition. So while I disagree with David Evans, I respect his ability and desire to step up here into the lion's den or the shark tank. He's passionate about what he believes in. He deserves the respect of the audience to listen to his points of view. I don't agree with him. However, I believe that he has a right to his opinion. I'm going to let Kami take care of the introductions. I want to talk a little bit just about pro-con and why I believe that this organization, there are a lot of organizations that benefit this industry. There's the NCIA, there's the DPA, which Ethan is the co-founder of, executive director, there's the Marijuana Policy Project. But I believe that in order for people to make informed decisions, you need to really know both sides of an issue. And that's what Procon does that nobody else does. Now, if you look at their website, in my opinion, it's overwhelmingly indicating that the majority of the people in this country believe that marijuana should be legal for medical purposes. They've yet to embark upon adult use, recreational use, but part of what they're looking to do here is launch a campaign to raise $100,000 before the presidential elections to take on that topic. Procon's had more than 23 million readers in 2015. They're America's leading source of unbiased information on medical marijuana and have more than 40 million page views on their medical marijuana website. As I said, they're looking to raise $100,000 to launch a website about recreational marijuana or adult use marijuana before the presidential election. They want to use their research and expertise to apply it to the emerging topic of marijuana legalization. And they think that the people in the room will appreciate this goal, and we'd like to ask for you to support them with any donations that you might be willing to bestow upon them. There will also be, throughout the week, raffles and other things. I'm very passionate about this organization. I personally am going to support the organization on an ongoing basis, and we hope that this will be the first of many series of debates on the topic. So getting to the topic, I'm going to introduce Kami. You want to take the stage with me here? I'm going to let you introduce our debaters. I want to thank all of my staff, by the way, who's put up with me over the last couple months in what I consider to be very hostile territory. And thank you for stepping up to the plate and being troopers and helping us pull this off. So without further ado, I give you the great marijuana debate, and Kami, evidently the revolution will be televised.
Thank you, David. Thank you.